Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Women are triggered sexually by different things about a man. And this is kind of a follow-up. Now, that was just the basic version, like the bait. The thing is, women actually get turned on by different things, just like men have fetishes. Men have fetishes. We know we do, because I know some workers in that trade, right? And they making their money because the men got some fetish or something. You know, some men, some weird fetishes. You know, a man might get off just hearing a woman pee or something, or watching a woman, looking at a woman's feet. Women are actually the exact same way, and they might get turned on by a man just because he has that one particular thing they like, right? They might get turned on by just whatever that man has. Like, one of the main things is different body parts. And there's actually a deeper aspect to that something I would have to get into on my Deep Thought channel. And I probably did it on, I forgot which video. I think I did talk about it on my Deep Thought channel. I can't remember the name of the video, but just on a basic level, women can get turned on by different body parts on a man. Even though everything else could be average looking, but that body part, just like men, some men like big breasts. And then some men just like a pretty face. Some men like a fat old, big old butt dunk. Some men like those shapely legs. Some men just like the feet. Seriously, just like we are, women the exact same way. They might see a man who got an average or even ugly face, but he got a big old popping chest. Then they getting wet. They be taking their panties down, talking about, I won't be needing these anymore. Or they might like big arms. Or you get some women, all they looking at is the eggplant. Like literally, that dude got on, it's great sweatpants season. That's all that dude got. Nothing else on him good. Like, I'd never forget. This one woman, I mentioned this incident before. She was talking about this guy who was like literally, jacked up to a biological degree. Seriously, he had some type of deformity disorder. Like literally, I feel bad for him. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he had a real issue. But I remember she was talking about this dude, and she was like, he probably got the most perfect dick. And some women are like that. Some women, they don't, regardless of what you look like, how much money you got, shit. They look at you, you got a extra long print or something, they like, oh, hello. Taking down their panties, talking about, I won't be needing these. Seriously, or it could be his legs, whatever. And that's just the basic physicality. Because you look at something like hair. Sometimes women, they get turned on by a man's hair like others. Some women get turned on if the guy's shaved bald. Some if he got just a regular cut. Some if he got like some wild cut. Some if he got some locks. They might look at a man's hands and get turned on because he got calluses in them or something. It could be whatever. It could be wait a minute, y'all. Hold on for a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Something happened. I had to take care of it real quick. But yeah, it could be whatever. It's different things trigger a woman. It's not, it could be whatever. What a man has to do, though, he has to figure out what do they respond to him on him. That's what a man has to do. It could just literally be just his lips. Whatever. And, it's kind of like what I said in the previous one. You just have to pay attention to what a woman looking at, how they respond to you, what you got going on when they respond to you. It might be certain clothes you wear. Like, I remember, and I've talked about this somewhere, because there's certain things I'll talk about over, because they like the perfect illustrations. Some things happen and they ain't good illustrations, but some things are. I remember there was a store I would go into, a bookstore all the time, right? But the first few times I would go in, the woman, there was this clerk in there. I was interested in her, but she wouldn't show me any attention. But I would be going in just with some like casual clothes, like some shorts or some sweats, t-shirt or all of that. No attention. She didn't start showing attention to me till the one time I came in there. I had a suit on. All of a sudden she paid attention. You know, it could be that, like, and I've seen that before. Like, there was a TV show back in the day, Different World. And some older cats might remember it. And I remember these two people that were two main characters that were in it, Dwayne Wayne and Whitley Gilbert. And Dwayne was always interested in Whitley, but she was so with him. Until, like, the one time she saw him in a suit. And that just changed how she responded to him. That changed how she responded to him. You know, it could be whatever. I mean, I heard this about, it was a celebrity couple. I ain't going to call their name, but a very famous celebrity couple. And, you know, it got back to me. The story was she didn't think much of the husband until she saw him putting on a necktie or something. It could be that small. Understand that with women, their sexuality is triggered by certain things. And this is why, really. This is why. Now, I've talked about the imprint and everything. I talked about the imprinting. That's very important, you know, and medical science does know about it, right? So it could be based on the imprint and also, too, something I don't talk about as much, sexual repression in women. When a woman's repressed, that don't mean that her sexual energy isn't there. It just means it takes a certain key to unlock it. You know, it could be a certain gesture or something, you know. Like, and it happens for men, too, if they paying attention to it. Because I know with me, a woman, there's a certain way a woman will sit and it drives me crazy. I mean, I lose my damn mind. And women the exact same way. It could be a guy standing a certain way. He could be walking a certain way, you know, have a certain look on his face, and she gets triggered. She get turned on. Indeed, I mean, I remember one woman, she said that she liked how I look at first, but then she said I did something, and all of a sudden I became sexy to her. It was just a trigger. And see, understand that. See, guys got to understand that the key a man has to do is figure out what it is about him that triggers at least a fair amount of women to show interest in him. Or the women in his tribe. That's a very key thing. Understand that. Once you understand that, it makes getting women a lot easier. It makes it a whole lot easier. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.